welcome to our pregame show here on BCTV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Covenant-sponsored pregame show. We're out at the cornfield tonight where we've got a great feeling that the Western Warriors are going to find that first W of the year.
Well, I certainly hope so, Jeff. The Saginaw High Trojans are coming to the cornfield tonight for a Saginaw Valley League game. Both teams 0-3 coming in. I like the way Western's got some good attitude tonight, some positive mojo. I feel good about the Warriors' chances tonight.
Everything stems on their ability to stop the big play because you know Saginaw High is always athletic.
Well, when you look at this team, Jeff, it's kind of the same scouting report we did last week for John Glenn against Arthur Hill. Can't let the High get outside. You got to contain, get a lot of the Warrior hats to the football, and just don't let them get around that defensive end because they can fly.
You've got to be able to make things happen offensively from tackle to tackle to set up the ability for play-action pass.
I think it's imperative tonight, Jeff, that the Warriors run the football effectively, throw the pass in there once in a while, dominate the offensive line like John Glenn did last week against Arthur Hill. Western does that, keeps that defensive containment. I think they have a great chance for a victory tonight.
When I look at this Western team, 0-3, tough start to the year. Nobody outworks these kids.
Absolutely not. You know, I had the pleasure to coach out here many, many years ago and recently also, but good kids, hard work. They're not going to get outworked, so I like the way they're playing. And we talked to Coach Rawl in the preseason. 5 playoff teams on the schedule this year for the Warriors. They've already played 2, Lapeer and Midland. So it's a tough schedule, but I think they're up to the task.
I think a big win tonight puts them a long ways towards building that confidence. The coaching staff is still positive. They know good things will come through hard work.
Yeah, the kids got a great attitude, Jeff. They got some young kids playing some key positions. They got a sophomore quarterback and Botchgalupo. So I like what they're doing. I like where they're going. They're going to come to play tonight. Saginaw High better be ready because the Warriors will be ready also.
They travel very well on their home field, too. They're going to pack the people in here tonight. Very faithful crowd base.
Great crowd, great night for football. A little bit warmer than the first 3 weeks, Jeff, but they'll have a good crowd. They're coming out early. They're filling up the stands. The sun is out. It's going to be a great night for football, great night for Bay County TV also. First time to the cornfield.
Both of us out here enjoying the sights and sounds of the pregame as Western is going through their pregame warm-up. Saginaw High just gets on the field. There's really nothing like the feeling we get this time of year.
It's a lot of fun, Jeff, and we've been to pretty much every football field now, so we've enjoyed our time, and we got some great sponsors. We're going to have a great game tonight, and we're going to kick it off with hopefully a big Warrior win tonight.
All right, we're going to be back in just a minute as we will recap last week's action as our pregame show continues right here on BCTV, sponsored by Covenant Healthcare.
Where did this rash come from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Good evening and welcome back to the Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on BCTV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. As is our custom, let's look over last week's results, Mike.
All right, Jeff, we're going to go back to week number 3. We're going to start out with the All Saints Cougars with a big win, 22-20 over the Peck Pirates. Jeff makes All Saints 2-1.
And Peck's first loss of the year. They're a good team, so basically All Saints, very, very big win.
Peck usually has a pretty good 8-man football squad. How about the Bay City Central Wolves, 35, took on Flint Powers at Ingle Stadium, 28. They're 2-1. They've had a couple tough tests and came through.
Kids.
Cardiac kids.
They play to the end.
They very well said. Bay City Western lost last week to Lapeer, 56-7. Bay City John Glenn 41, Arthur Hill 6. Jeff, game we did right here on Bay County TV. The Pink County Spartans picked up their first win, 30-19 over St. Charles. Got the 1-1 in conference, 1-2 overall. And the Garber Dukes lost to the Frankenmuth Eagles, Jeff, 42-24. Well, I tell you what, that Frankenmuth team again is very, very good as they are 3-0. But you know what? Garber gave them a good tussle over there, and we still like the way those Garberdukes play.
Well, and 42-24 is not an embarrassment against a team the quality of Frankenmuth.
Good football team over in Frankenmuth, Jeff. And also got to say congratulations to Bay City Western, the Lady Warriors volleyball team. They won the Mitten Bay Classic. They also won the county tournament a couple weeks ago, what we did on Bay County TV. So congratulations to the Lady Warriors of Bay City Western.
Always a great sound to hear in the background, just peeking out the window. The Bay City Western marching band coming out to do their pregame show. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, catch a little bit of the pregame show, and the dance team out here at Western as our pregame show as we spit it out, sponsored by Covenant Healthcare. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ow, ow, ouch! My hip, my knee, my joints feel out of whack. Ow, ow, oh my! The pain, I can't take it anymore.
Good evening and welcome back to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on BCTV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Had an opportunity to watch the dance team. Unfortunately, a little technical glitch kept us from bringing on, but let's talk about them as we show them on the field right now.
Yeah, Jeff, let's introduce the Western High School varsity dance team. It's Claire Patterson, Kaylee Scott, Cameron Scott, Emma Spencer, Courtney Gray, Morgan Nowacek, Harley Martinez, Lakin Weitzel, and Tess Worthington, and the coaches are Reagan Scott and Cassie Hersberger. Jeff, those girls do a great job putting a lot of time in for every Friday night.
They put on a great pregame show as we will look over right now and catch a moment of the Western Warriors in their pregame band celebration out here as they are a very entertaining group.
We get to see them tonight, Jeff, and we'll probably see them at the end of the year, but we also get the opportunity to see them marching down Center Avenue during the St. Patrick's Day Parade. So we are blessed to be looking at the Bay City Western Marching Warriors.
This is kind of a unique start as the train is a-rolling.
They do a great job.
Well, they're also a very dedicated group, and they spend a whole lot of time making it happen. As look at their presentation out on the field. This is beautiful. Enjoy it.
It's traditional for alumni as well as current students and parents to stand and join in the Western High School alma mater. Please join Western alum band director Heidi Schlosser and the band as we honor our school. Customary to remove your hats for the national anthem. We urge you to continue this tradition of respect this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we invite you to stand and join in the performance of the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening and welcome back. Jeff Doan and Mike Guisdala along with you. And you talk about a Class A school, you talk about a Class A band that kind of raised the hair on my arms here on the pregame show. What a great way to start out as the cornfield is full of spectators tonight, Mike.
I'll tell you what, the Warrior Faithful is out for a big Friday night, Jeff. Short weather tonight out here at the cornfield. Very, very hot, very humid. I would think the hydration specialist is going to be one of the major factors in the ball game tonight, Jeff.
Well, I was able to referee a doubleheader last night, John Glenn and Midland Dow, and we made certain every opportunity that we got, we kept the hydration specialists at busy last night. Did not have one cramp in 2 games from those kids. Unfortunately, one of the referees woke up shortly after he went to bed last night with a little cramp, but we got through the games.
And what referee would that be, my
boy,
friend?
yours and truly.
Oh, it's just a cramp, though.
Yeah, there's nothing to it.
They don't hurt.
As long as you don't want to sleep, it's fine. We have got a 7-man crew tonight that will be doing our game, and with it being a Saginaw Valley League, this is something that they experimented with a little bit last year, but those 2 deep side judges make all the difference in the field coverage.
Well, you know what, Jeff? It's a unique thing to do. Good for the kids, good for the game. I'll tell you what, Nice crowd. Saginaw High's got a good football team, and I think we're just about ready to go here from the cornfield. Good to be back here at Western.
Kicking off will be Burton. There's a low line drive kick. It's taken at the 12-yard line by the Western Warriors. Trying to come to the corner and get around the corner, not quite able to make it. And that looks like on the return, number 41, Bellinger, as he was tackled by number 41 on the play, who we do not have one for. So
that was number 40, Jeff. It was Marshall Price for the Saginaw High Trojans, coming right off the near sideline, walking back to the huddle. And Western's got some good numbers on their team this year. Saginaw High, a little thin over there, but not too bad. But 1st and 10 for the Bay City Western Warriors at their own 30-yard line.
Going to go with wide receiver split to the wide side and the near side. Split backs in the backfield. Handoff up the middle and a blitzing backer coming through on the play. That's to Michael Jeffries with the tackle on that play behind the line of scrimmage, a couple of yard loss.
Good penetration by Jeffries for the Trojans. Jeff, you're right, loss of 2. Carrying the ball for the Warriors was number 41, Bellinger.
And certainly by the time he looked up, he really had nowhere to go. So we'll wait and see what Western can come up with on their 2nd down and 12-yard to go situation. Again, great quickness for this defense from Saginaw High.
Going to get some back.
Going to get a free 5 on the play, and that is a beautiful thing.
Want to give a special thanks early, Jeff, tonight while we got time on this penalty. Want to say thanks to Dr. Bigelow, the superintendent here at Bay City Schools, Mike Thayer, the AD, Judy Cox, the principal. Saw Mike and Judy down at the concession stand. Thank them for all their support and helping us out tonight.
All right, back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Bacigalupo coming around the near side of the field. He's got the corner. He's up over the 43 to the 44-yard line. Dips out of bounds before he takes a hit on the play from number 8, Wildred Dawson. It's going to be enough to move the sticks. A 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. Great way to get the nerves out of a quarterback. Get him out, be able to turn the corner freely. Knows where the 1st down marker is, gets past it, dips out of bounds. 1st down, no hit.
Talked to Coach Rawl before the game tonight. What did he say? He said he had 2 great practices this week. Kids are fired up. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Good 1st down for Western.
You can't start 3 and out. Once you make that happen, you have an opportunity to go. Ball carrier is number 44 on the play for the Western Warriors, and that's Taylor Pop. And he gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. And the defenses were led by Marshall Price, again, who's a very active defender early for Saginaw High.
Yeah, Marshall Price has done a nice job. 2nd down for the Warriors. Again, good penetration, breaking down at the point of attack for the Saginaw High Trojans, Jeff, early here in the 1st quarter.
Parker Rivard to the wide side of the field, 6'7". He's a big target when they choose to utilize him. Back to pass right now, coming downfield, and a perfectly thrown ball complete to number 16, Ryan Miller. Look at the hands on Ryan Miller. Had those things right together, looked that ball in, cradled it down enough that it's going to be just about a half a yard short of a 1st down. 3rd down and a makeable 1 for the Western Warriors inside Saginaw High territory.
Nice safe pass by Carter Bacigalupo. I like the play calling early by Coach Jeff Rawl.
Offensive line gave him a little time to work. And the keeper by number 12 that time, Bailey Kolka. And he's going to get down inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. It'll be enough to move the sticks. And another 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. You got to like the feel early on to this game.
Yeah, I was just going to, great minds are thinking alike early, Jeff. I like the way Western's starting. You said it early. Couldn't afford that 3 and out. 2 1st downs. Like the way they're playing.
Bacigalupo back. He's got all day to pass, sending that ball downfield. A little miscommunication by the wide receivers, and the ball is intercepted, and it will be picked off by the Saginaw High Trojans, number 20 on the play, and that's Amir Pickett. And he picked it all right.
Yeah, he got it just a little bit underthrown, Jeff, but I was looking on close to the sideline. Number 10 for the Warriors, Parker Rivard, was out in the flats. He decided to go long, intercepted. First and 10 for the Warriors at their own 17-yard line. Tough break for the Warriors.
Well, Warriors moved the ball well, so that's good, and we'll find out what the defense is made of right now because Saginaw High is deep in their own end and can ill afford to make a mistake. As the Warrior defense looks over the line of scrimmage, a little bit of time to throw that football. Completion on the play to number 8, Wildred Dawson. And the Warriors very quickly getting to the football, led by, amongst others, number 7, Newmeyer.
Nice job by the Trojans, getting 6 on the, almost 7 on first down, Jeff. 2nd down and 3. Nice route by the wide receiver, number 8 for the Trojans, Wildred Dawson.
Quarterback out of the shotgun. He's got some time back there to throw the football, and he's going to go with a deep ball downfield, and running out of real estate is the wide receiver Dawson again. As good defense that time. The Western defender knew exactly where the sidelines up were, used it as his second defender.
Quarterback from the high threw that thing about 40-plus yards, Jeff, and nice tight spiral. Put it where he could, didn't get it intercepted, threw it out of bounds. 3rd down and 3 for the Trojans.
Quarterback to Michael Jeffries, as he did show some propensity to toss that ball a little distance. Again, they're going twins to the near and twins to the far on a big 3rd down play. And on the quarterback keeper, Jeffries is going to be stopped short of the first down. Look at the Warrior hats to the football, Mike.
On the getting there was Bailey Koch and number 9, Mitchell Myers for the Warriors. They're going to be short. They didn't gain anything, Jeff. 4th down and 3 for the Trojans. They're going to have to punt it away.
Boy.
Good tackles.
Good, solid tackling, and a lot of brown hats to the football.
Discipline. They stayed in their lanes. They didn't crash down, Jeff, and they stayed in their lanes. Good discipline by the Warriors.
And the Warriors ought to come out of this with pretty good field position, too. They should get the ball on their side of the 50 after it's all said and done. That kick is up, and it is a short kick, and they're going to yell, hot, get away from it. It's going to take a Saginaw High bounce, and it will come to rest at the 47.5-yard line. Excellent starting field position for Western. And again, off their momentum from the first drive, ended with a turnover, but they moved the ball very well. It should be very good for them to start off this second drive.
I thought that was a great defensive stand by the Warriors right there, Jeff. They get the ball in good field position inside Saginaw High territory. 2 positive starts, 1 for the offense, 1 for the defense.
Both important.
Yep, very important.
Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Twins to the near side, single in a slot to the right. As that ball is handed off and very nearly picked off, it is fumbled on the play, and it looks like Saginaw High is going to come away with it. Looked like an errant snap or exchange from Bacigalupo. And that turnover is going to give the ball right back to Saginaw High. And the momentum that Western had, boy, 2 turnovers are really put a halt to that in a hurry.
Again, in there mixing it up for the Saginaw High Trojans, number 40, Marshall Price. It was just a little mix-up on the handoff. It popped up in the air. Marshall took it into Western Warrior territory right about the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Price in the backfield certainly disrupted that play before it even had a chance to develop. On first down, trying to hand off right up the middle. And a beautiful finish to the play by the Western Warriors, number 44 with a big hit, Taylor Pop. But that's not until the ball carrier picks up about 5 yards on the play. That's number 21, Tony Martin. 2nd down and 5. Warrior had him by an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage, but Martin was able to squeeze through and pick up 5.
And nice job by the Trojans running hard. Good gain on first down for Saginaw High.
As they come up again with a single back. And coming to the near side of the field, look at the defense by Western. Staying home, good gap responsibility, and they kept that down to about a 1-yard gain.
Didn't get outside, Jeff. Kept them inside. Discipline right there, not crashing down, making them cut back inside where all that brown helmets were. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 5. Nice defensive stand right there by the Western Warriors.
A little read option that they used, thinking that the defense was going to go for that fake-off tackle, and the defensive tackle took that, but that's his read, and the outside people really stayed home and took care of it. 3rd down and 5 right now, staying out of the shotgun. Back to pass the football. The pass is errantly thrown a little bit in front of and low for the intended receiver on the play, and that's number 7, Naven Symington. And it will be a 3 and out again for Saginaw High, as Western's going to have their hands on the ball, Mike, with 6:25 left in our first quarter for the 3rd time this quarter.
Yeah, this quarter's gone by very fast, but Saginaw High will punt it away. Western probably will not get good field position, Jeff, but again, a nice defensive stand by that tough defense from the Warriors.
Look how close up Brian Miller is to try and get this ball. So now they just sail one, and that one's going to hopefully get into the end zone for the Western Warrior fans. And they can't quite keep it out of the end zone. Very good effort that time by Saginaw High's return team. But a break for Western. They'll get the ball at the 20. It looked like Miller was thinking there was going to be another short kick, and that one was boomed by the Saginaw High Trojans.
Well, that was a nice punt, Jeff, and had that angle on the ball where it was going to get a Western or a Saginaw High roll. So, but again, Warriors coming with good field positions. You know, had some nice things going on offense. Great defensive stand right now, right there, Jeff. Let's see what they can do on offense for the 3rd time.
Let's see if they can make it happen again. Bachkalupo out of the shotgun with a single back. Motion to the near side of the field. Trying to turn around the corner with a nice cutback move that time. Number 41, Brendan Bellinger. Now, when you watch that play, Mike, they don't go with that exchange behind the quarterback. They go in front of the quarterback, and of course you know why.
It's a little flip right there, Jeff. It's a pass.
If you drop the ball, it's incomplete.
Right.
That's exactly what that's about. So the risk of a fumble, at least on the exchange, is out of the question.
Yep, that doesn't look like a pass, Coach, but it's a pass.
I told you were 4 for 4, and I wasn't going to give you one more. I tried, and boy, you're 5 for 5 for the year. So keep it up. 9 yards on the game. Bachikalupo going to send that thing out in the flats. Very close to the first down as it's completed to Austin Schley, as he might have gotten back to about the line of scrimmage is all. And they're
going to give him a first down.
All right, they're going to be able to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. So able to make it happen again. All culminated by 9 yards on first down. Open that playbook.
Yeah, that was a nice call on first down, Jeff. And again, you can open it up a little bit with that little tight end pass right there. So nice first down for the Warriors. They're at their own 31-yard line.
Boy, the wide receiver to this side of the field, if he runs a little skinny post, has all the room in the world. Another nice gain on first down by the Western Warriors, as that ball carrier is number 18, Logan LaCourse. And we've watched young Logan LaCourse, as we've got an injured player for Saginaw High, and we'll take a short time out with that. But Logan LaCourse, we've watched him grow up through the youth basketball programs, and he is just a great athlete. He can play a little baseball, too.
Oh, he's a very good athlete, Jeff, and good to see Logan playing football this year.
Well, we're going to take a quick break with that injury, and we'll be back right after this on BCTV.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Ben, please.
Wow, you can talk to your app? That's pretty cool.
Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great. Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you upstairs. Loving the good night for a change after 3 cold weeks. Jared and Natalie Doan. And down here, directed and produced by Nick Page. We've got a great team here at BCTV. They just like it upstairs when it's a little warmer outside.
Those first 3 games were a little bit nippy out, but this one is absolutely perfect, Jeff.
2nd down and 7. Bachikalupo throws that thing down the sidelines. Look at Parker Rivard going up into the Raptors to get that ball. Comes down, great hands by Parker. Gain on the play of about 10 yards out to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. Parker Rivard coming off the field right now. Might have got a little dinged up on that catch. But, boy, I'll tell you, went up great concentration and brought that ball ball down.
Nice route, too, Jeff. Ran hard, stopped on a dime, turned around. Bacigalupo put it right where he wanted it. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Again, very good positive things going on for the Western Warriors, Jeff.
They look in sync offensively, and that is certainly something that they're going to build on through this game. Motion here coming to the near side of the field. Trying to take that ball around the corner. The defensive pursuit getting to the football slows down that ball carrier, and that is number 18 on the play, Logan LaCourse. Logan is able to make a short gain of a couple of yards down to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Saginaw High's real tough to get around the corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, they come to the ball. Those defensive backs are coming up strong, Jeff. Good gain to only 2, but that's a gain. 2nd down and a long 8 for the Warriors. And again, good positive things going on for Western on the offensive side of the football.
As they're staying out of the shotgun right now. Boy, LaCourse tried to get around the corner. One player to beat, scraped off of the block and was able to make the tackle on the play, and that is Symington. And he was able to make the tackle. If LaCourse gets around the corner, he's got about 10 to 15 yards of running.
Symington, you look at that number 7 right there, Jeff. He's a big fella. He looks like a football player, defensive end type linebacker situation. He's a pretty good player. It's 3rd down and 11 for the Warriors at their own 44-yard line.
And if you look where he's lined up right now, he came all the way from the backside to make that tackle. That is tremendous speed and vision to recognize the play.
Again, a good typical Saginaw High team, Jeff. A lot of athletes on the football squad.
On a 3rd down play, the pass is complete, just a half a yard short of the 1st down marker. Ooh, look at the spot.
I think he's going to give it to him, Jeff.
Very favorable spot for Ryan Miller. Maybe Ryan with that little extra effort at the end. Oh, that's right on. We're going to say 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors. How about Miller with that extra effort at the end to move those sticks?
Nice job by Ryan Miller to get that 1st down. Bacigalupo put it right on the money. Jeff, big 3rd down and 11 pickup for the Warriors.
Yeah, saw Pops Miller on the way in, and I had to be awful proud to watch that play unfold. 1st and 10 as the handoff stays with Bacigalupo. Again, Mike, you look at the line of scrimmage. That tackle comes from Hoggs. If Hoggs doesn't make that tackle, Bacigalupo has got 15 or 20 yards with 2 blockers out in front of him. Yep. But Saginaw High speed gets to the football at the point of attack.
Yeah, they are quick off the ball, Jeff. No gain on the play, but I like the play calling. And that play, if you notice, has been very effective. Maybe only 1 or 2 yards, but no gain there right there. But it has been a lot of opportunities for the Warriors.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Again, split backs behind Bacigalupo. Now they're going to put one of them at the wing, which will run trips to that side of the field. Bacigalupo throws against the grain, tipped up in the air and picked off by the same player. And that was an unbelievable play. And that looked like number 8, Dawson.
6.
And Hoggs makes the play. That's who it is.
Kevin Hoggs did a nice job. He tipped it, had the wherewithal to tip it right up. He got the interception, Jeff. And 1st and 10 for the Saginaw High Trojans at their own 48-yard line. Again, a tough break just when the Western Warriors are doing great things moving the football.
Well, again, 3 turnovers in the 1st quarter, but they're still moving the ball and they're still doing a lot of good things. So we'll see now if the defense can make something happen again. Handoff trying to get around the corner to the outside. Western with good contain out there on the corner again. That looks like number 9 getting out there for Western, Mitchell Myers.
That was nice.
Not allowing the Saginaw High Trojan to turn the corner. Minimal gain of maybe a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Saginaw High with $1:33 and counting left in the 1st.
Wow, Mitchell came a long ways, Jeff. Did a nice job. Made a nice open field tackles from that defensive back position. No, gain of 1 on the play for the Trojans.
Look at the right hand, too. Yeah. He's got a little mini cast on that right hand, so he's able to play through some obvious pain. And the handoff up the middle, splitting through the defense, cruising down the field. He's going to go untouched into the end zone. Tony Martin, Saginaw High Trojan, touchdown! Wow. He got through the front 7, split the 2 safeties, and he was off to the races.
51 yards for the young man from Saginaw High, Tony Martin, the junior. 6-0. We got 1:07 to go here in the first quarter from the cornfield out here at Western High School.
Well, we talk about this Saginaw High team and being very, very athletic, and that is what it is. You get through the front 7 and you make it happen, and he went untouched the rest of the way into the end zone. Looks like their attempt for 2 points here instead of putting the block out. Up under center for a change. And Martin, the tailback, and he's going nowhere. The 2-point conversion is no good. Time out of the field with $1.07 left in the first. It's Saginaw High 6, Western nothing. Back in a minute here on BCTV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Back here as we see the start of the changing of colors out
Isn't that
here.
Pretty? That's beautiful.
It's too early for the colors to change, but it's a beautiful sight. Here's a long line drive kick. Finally picked up by Western at the 19-yard line. Trying to cruise upfield. And the return by Brennan Bellinger. And he gets out to the 29-yard line before he's brought down on the play by Amir Pickett. As again, Pickett has been very active on the special teams here in the first quarter. Not the greatest starting field position for Western. Their offense has been able to move the football. Mike, 3 mistakes though cost them, and 1 big play against. That's the difference in the football
Tough
game.
break for the Western Warriors, Jeff. They look good. They're playing hard, doing a lot of nice things. Good field position with 54.1 ticks to go here in the first quarter from the cornfield.
As they come out right now again, they've got twins to the near side of the field, single to the wide side. They run motion up as the lead blocker, able to turn the corners. LaCourse breaking another arm tackle, upfield. Got the first down, I believe, and more as he's out to the 42-yard line. 2 arm tackle attempts on LaCourse. He shucked them both away.
Yeah, nice downfield block by the wide receiver of Bay City Western, Jeff Logan. Great vision, escapability, got out of bounds, but not before he picked up a first down for the Western Warriors.
So again, another great positive play. And you have got the quarterback, Carter Bacigalupo. He's only a sophomore, so he's got some ability for the next couple of years after this to make things happen, but turning into a leader as the sophomore. Twins now to the wide side of the field. Again, just a little simple handoff, following the motion man, moving the pile forward for about 3 yards. Looked like LaCourse again.
Yep, Logan, the ball carrier, picked up 3 yards, Jeff, for the Warriors. Nice block by the fullback for the Warriors. I think that's number 42, Austin Schley, had the block on the defensive end coming in, so nice job by the Warriors.
That's the end of our first quarter of play with our score, the Saginaw High Trojans 6 and the Western Warriors nothing. Back in a minute here on BCTV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. Back here as we get a chance to look at that great Western Warrior marching band as they entertained in between quarters. Now the offense says it's our turn to come out and see if we can add to that show between quarters.
Yep. Good first quarter for the Warriors, Jeff. Down 6-0, just underway. Good field position. 2nd down and 8.
Motion to the near side of the field. Bacigalupo throws that ball off, and just a nice run after the catch. Looked like number 16, Ryan Miller, out there with that nice grab. Miller kind of split 2 defenders and was able to pick up about 6 yards after the catch.
Wow. I even knew what that was. I'm 6 for 6.
Man, Coach, I'm done trying to quiz you.
And this is only game number 4, but you're right, Jeff. Good yards after the catch. 3rd down and a long 2 for the Western Warriors. They got the ball right at the 50-yard line.
You wouldn't say they're quite in 2-down territory, but depending on what they get on 3rd, I'm sure Coach Rao is at least going to consider it. He says, let's just take care of it here and not have to worry about it. Right up the middle, the ball carrier for a gain of about 13 yards. Moving it forward is LaCourse again, as Troy, of course, picks up a nice block at the line of scrimmage and found an opening in the secondary. 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors.
Well, Logan, Jeff is running very hard. Good blocking at the point of attack. Good vision. He picks up for the 1st down for the Warriors. Give some love to the big fellas on the offensive line, doing a nice job making some holes for Logan to run through.
Western Warriors, a place they've been familiar with in the first half in Saginaw High territory. Can they finish this drive? We'll find out now as they run motion to the near side. He's got to get reset. He does get reset. Now they come back with a new set of motion. And Bacigalupo coming to the near side of the field with time to set his legs. Pump fake, and he's going to try again and throw. A pass is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 5, Adam Doty. And Adam went up, and that ball was thrown between 2 defenders in the only spot it could be thrown to be completed. Doty just couldn't keep his hands on it.
Nice job by Bacigalupo evading the rush, Jeff, and good patience, putting it right where he had to. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors. But I like his patience. He's surveying the field and looking at all of his options. Option number 1, option number 2. He also could have an option to run that football, Jeff, but he decided to pass it.
I like the fact that he passed it. I don't know that there was a lot of real estate there to run with, so good decision, and the pass just wasn't completed. Here goes Bacigalupo coming to the near side. Not quite as much time. Look at the move he puts on, and good block. He throws that thing downfield and airmails the intended receiver on the play, and that was Adam Doty. And Bacigalupo picked up another great block coming back from his offensive line as number 40 had his eyes set on getting to the quarterback, Marshall Price. And boy, we've said his name plenteous tonight.
Yeah, that looked like it kind of slipped a little bit, Jeff, out of his hand. It's a hot, humid night, so kind of floated out there. 3rd down and long, but again, looked over all his options, surveyed the field, and a nice job of evading that tackle.
Also, look who just came back into the ball game right now. Looked like maybe Parker Rivard took a helmet to the arm or elbow. He was able to get a little ice on it on the sidelines, and he's certainly going to be a preferred target here at 6'7" with a big 3rd down and 10. He rolls down the field, and there's a pass just overthrown the intended receiver on the play, and that looked like Miller out there, number 16, as Bacigalupo kind of set that foot down and let that thing fly, kind of airmailed a little bit on him.
Yeah, a little bit high there, Jeff, but again, the receivers are open. When they start connecting, they're going to have some very effective pass plays out of the Western Warriors.
As Western will get back in punt formation, that is number 41, Bellinger, as he will look to pin Saginaw High deep. Something you don't see a whole lot of twins back to return the kick. There's Bellinger with a line drive kick, and that thing is going to sail into the end zone and will be a net of only about 17 yards as that ball was on the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Saginaw High. And Gwiz, for the 3rd week in a row, we look to our right, and what do we see but the maestro himself from M Live and the Bay City Times, Lee Thompson.
Well, we talked about that. We saw him again. I think he's following Bay County TV because he enjoys listening.
Well,
can you blame him, though?
I tell you what, and it's not anything I'd rather see looking to my right than a man of his stature as well. So always great to have Lee here, as he does a tremendous job of representing sports in our area as no one else can.
And he'll probably be with us next week too, Jeff. You just never know.
Well,
he's like Waldo.
Yeah, he's perfect. We love the sightings. That handoff goes to Martin. Martin shucks free again, right up the middle, and he picks up about 13 yards on the play before he's finally hit, finished off by Miller. And I want to see if Martin gets up a little bit slow, because Miller really clocked him at the end of that play.
Also in on the tackle, Chonick for the Western Warriors, Jeff. But again, Tony Martin, the junior running back for the Saginaw High Trojans, he's got a nice little runner, got great vision, picks his hole, and really does a nice job watching his blockers.
He only needs to take about 3 or 4 strides, and he looks like he's at full speed.
Yeah,
and that's really
quick.
tough to duplicate when you're trying to practice and prepare for this. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Saginaw High Trojans. Martin again, the single back. Here comes the Western Warrior pressure. That pass is coming out on the near side, and it will be complete to number 8 on the play, and that's Dawson, as he picks up a gain of about 6 yards on the play.
Boy.
Dawson helped his quarterback out by coming back to the ball.
Yep, that's what they're told, Jeff. When you see the quarterback rolling out and being in trouble, you come back to the ball. And number 11, Michael Jeffries, the senior quarterback, he has got a gun. He threw that ball a long ways under pressure. It's a gain of 7 on the play, 2nd down and 3. Well, let's call it 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans.
Again, they run twins to the near and twins to the far side. Jeffries with the high snap. Look at the athletic move he makes to get that ball down, and he's going to turn the corner. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, down inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. Gwiz, that was the play of the game for Saginaw High, because that ball was sailing over his head. He was able to elevate, tip it back to himself, and make something out of nothing.
Unbelievable athleticism by that young man. 20 yards on the play, Jeff. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Just could not bring the Western Warriors down, and he is a well-built individual, Jeff, and he's hard to bring down. That backfield of Saginaw High is impressive with Martin and number 11, Michael Jeffries.
Well, and Jeffries, if you look at him on that last close-up, I mean, he looks like a fullback. I mean, you're not going to arm tackle that kid. Jeffries has got the offense in motion. They give that thing off to Martin, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Number 73, Wade Witzko, with great penetration, blew that play up in a 2-yard loss.
Nothing good happens when you penetrate like that, Jeff. Witzko did a nice job staying low, penetrating, breaking down the play, loss on the play, and again, another positive defensive moment for the Western Warriors. Like the way they're playing, Jeff. I really like the way Western's playing. They're doing a lot of nice things on both sides of the ball, and special teams not bad either.
They are still very much in this football game. The Western faithful optimistic that they can get a stop here and get that ball back, only down 6-0 here with 7.5 left in our first half of play. Jeffries again with a high snap. He's going to throw that thing down in the corner. Western defense doing a great job of coming back and picking the ball off, as that is number 7 on the pickoff, and that is Trevor Newmeyer. So although Western's going to get the ball at about the 2-yard line, they stop another drive. Newmeyer was textbook. He stayed watching the receiver. He watched the wide receiver's eyes get big. He turned around, knew the ball was in flight. Perfect position, stepped in front of it, and had the pick.
Nice job by Trevor getting that interception, Jeff, and you're right. He saw him going up, ready to catch the football, and that's the key to it, not getting pass interference. Turn your head, find the football, and then go after it, and that's what he did. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors at their own 2-yard line, but another big defensive play for Western.
That's the play of the game defensively for Western. Now Bacigalupo back in his own end zone. On a quarterback keeper, he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Might have eked out a half a yard, but I doubt that, as that was the quarterback, Bailey Kolka, not Bacigalupo. And again, with virtually no gain on the play, they're going to give him a half a yard, 2nd down and 9 yards to go, as Kolka comes over to the sideline and gets the word of wisdom as we're approaching the halfway point of our 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nothing fancy down here, Jeff, in the shadow of your own end zone. You just want to get a little more room to operate here on this play. 2nd down and 9 for Western.
Boy, I'll tell you, on this end, if they decided to throw the football, they had some room looking around the corner. Bailey gets up over the 5 to about the 6-yard line, and a nice play as one of the Western Warriors are going to have to come out after his helmet came off. That's number 42, Austin Schley. So he'll be out for a play, and LaCourse will replace him. But out of your own end, that was a nice gain of almost 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go with at least a touch of breathing room.
Hogs in on the tackle again for Saginaw High, Jeff. But again, I like what Western's doing in their own end zone. They got a little bit of breathing room. Opened up the playbook just a little bit right here with 3rd down and 6.
I think the skinny post is open here. 2-3 steps upfield, just a real cut inside timing play. The offensive line has got to keep the D-line away from extending those arms up in the air to tip that ball away.
Yeah, and you got the Parker Rivard right out here to the near sideline. Timeout on the field.
We'll find out. It's Western timeout. 5:58 left in our first half as they need to stop that clock. As the clock is now stopped, it's 6-0. Saginaw High on top. We'll be back in a minute here on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan upstairs on the cameras. Nick Page producing and directing. As Western's got a big 3rd down and 5 yard to go situation now deep in their own end. I think they might be waiting to adjust the clock. They're going to go back to 6:01 on the clock.
Well, we'll take 6 seconds. I thought there was a little bit more up there, Jeff, but they'll take 6 seconds for the Warriors.
I believe you were accurate, Coach. As motion comes to the near side. On the quarterback keeper. Kolka picks up about a yard or two, but can't get to that 1st down. I think Western really forced to play it close to the vest down deep in their own end with 5 minutes and 45 seconds and counting left in our first half. Kind of thought they'd run motion to the wide side just to bring a little skinny post here with man coverage to this side, but kind of deep in the end zone. You certainly don't want a mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to turn it over down here, Jeff. Saginaw High is going to come away with pretty decent field position here with 5:27 and counting to go in the second quarter.
Late arriver on the field defensively. As a kick kind of went off the side of the foot, takes a big Western roll and will come dead at the 38-yard line. So that's a 30-yard net kick and not really what the Western Warriors were hoping for, but it'll be time for their defense to come up and make another play.
Yeah, Jeff, it's a big opportunity here for the Western defense. They have to do something right here. Cannot let the Saginaw High Trojans in the end zone. Saginaw High is going to come away with great field position at the Western Warrior 38-yard line.
How about that new sponsor climbing on board now, too?
Yeah, I want to just, after this play, we'll talk about that new sponsor, Jeff. Very happy to have this sponsor on board.
Oh, it's Michelle Cooper. It's 1st and 10, Saginaw High. Tony Martin gets to the outside. Look at the little dipsy-do move before he is hit and straightened up by number 11, Josh Duba. And Martin picks up a gain of about 3 yards on the play before Duba and company hit him. It'll be 2nd down. Now they're going to give him almost 5 on the play.
Yeah, new sponsor on board, Jeff. Couldn't be happier to have our friends from Village Towing over there in Cawcall, Michigan. They do a little towing, they do a little auto repair, a little oil change and stuff. So thank you to Village Auto for jumping on board exactly this week. So we appreciate them helping us out here at BCTV.
Jeffries gives that ball to Martin. Martin's looking like a little water bug in there, the way he's dipping and duving and moving around, trying to find real estate. But look at the Western Warriors to the football. There's 4 tacklers there for Western.
Yeah, you had Witzko in there. Bailey Kolka was in there, number 52 for the Warriors. Reed Zielinski was also in there. But when you look at Tony Martin, Jeff, he's kind of a short running back, and he's hard to find behind those big linemen. So he's doing a nice job. But again, Western getting a lot of hats to the football.
And that's the way you contain a runner like that. You must surround him and then attack. It's a big 3rd down and 4 yard to go situation. Saginaw High set Jeffries with another high snap. He's going to try and keep it himself and turn the corner. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to be short of the first down, but it's only going to be by about a yard. Boy, he was in the line of scrimmage and the backfield. Western had their arms on him, but you can't arm tackle this guy.
Well, you know what? Thank God he's got that athletic ability. Some of those snaps have been very, very high, and he's making something almost out of nothing, Jeff. But Pop did a nice job. 4th and inches for Saginaw High. Big defensive stand with 3:25 to go here in the second quarter.
Boy, as a nose tackle, you got to be sitting right up there going, oh, the next one, you're going to airmail the next one.
That's going to happen before the night's over with. You watch.
And the way he's got the meat on that thing, it'll go 20 yards back. So here's Jeffries. They give that ball to Martin, and he looks like he's contained at the line of scrimmage. Depends on the forward progress. He did not get the first down. Western defense led by Witskill again coming up out of the bottom of that stack, along with number 12 on the play, making it happen. Bailey Kolka. They shut that play down. That isn't even going to be close enough to measure.
That was a great defensive stand by the Western Warriors, Jeff. They'll get the ball in their own territory at their own 28. 3:02 to go in the first half. Again, nice job by that defensive Western. I love the way those kids are playing right now.
They are in a situation right now, Mike, with 2:55 left in the first half. For the first time this year in control of their destiny, they need to take advantage of it.
They had those 2 good practices this week, Jeff. Coach Raw was very, very positive today when we talked to him.
And the ball downfield, you know what? That's a great no throw by Bacigalupo. There was really nobody open downfield. You do not want to throw another mistake.
The pocket just broke down, Jeff. He stepped up into it. The good defensive coverage by the defensive backs of Saginaw High. There was nowhere to throw the football, and he held on to it with the loss, but better than losing the yards and throwing the football away.
In the future, that sophomore will feel that pocket collapsing and throw that ball 20 yards downfield and just out of bounds and live for another play. There's a loss of about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 16. They've got a little screen set up in the middle and catching the ball and then slipping right after he turned upfield with it. And that is number 42 for the Western Warriors, Schley. And Schley might have picked up another 7 or 8 yards had he not tripped.
I think there's a flag on the play. I thought I saw a penalty flag thrown, Jeff. The referee's over talking to the head linesman. Not quite sure what's going on, but I thought I saw a penalty flag.
Well, they're talking it over, and we've got illegal procedure on the offense. It's going to be declined. It's 3rd down. And, Coach, we talked about last week. If it's illegal procedure and they don't blow the play dead, you got to have 5 in the backfield.
Yeah, it just caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I just saw something fly, but I didn't see it on the field. He must have picked it up real quick. But they're going to decline the penalty. 3rd down and 14 to go for the Warriors. They got to get out to the Saginaw High 39-yard line to get a first down, Jeff.
And I look for Saginaw High, if Western doesn't get a first down, to call their first time out of the half. Are we thinking alike again, Coach?
Oh, boy.
Bacigalupo's got ideas of making a big play happen. He has got nobody again. The ball is fumbled, and who gets the ball fighting for it? Looks like Saginaw High may have come up with it. No, Western fights for it and gets it. As they haven't stopped the clock. I don't know why the clock is stopped. It should be running.
Ball was recovered by number 64, Jacob Chizwinski for the Warriors. Nice job by Jacob jumping on that ball. Warriors are going to have to punt it away with the $1:12 to go here in the first half.
If I'm a punter, I've got my ideas and my eyes right on that back judge. And until he's down to about 2 seconds on that 25, I'm going to wait and wait and wait, and that's exactly what it is. Coach Rao over here is thinking just like me, and that's pretty scary that we're on the same page. He's like, hold up. Watch when that chop starts, which will be right now. They say, go ahead and snap the football. They're going to take a timeout with 1 second left, and that's just as good as they use every ounce of clock. 44.3 ticks left. If Western can get 35 yards out of this kick and not allow a return, they're going to be in a position where the defense has an opportunity to hold, and they'll go into the half down just 6-0.
Yeah, nice job by assistant coach Garrett Doty down on the sideline, Jeff. He was watching the back judge. He saw him start chopping. He had the referee right next to him over here here on the near sideline. As soon as he saw the chop, that's exactly when he called the timeout. Nice coaching by Coach Doty.
And Coach Doty, you know, is
it's in the
son
blood.
Of Coach Doty. And, of course, Al, for many, many years out here at Western, a great run at Pinconning as well, and a quality individual.
Yeah, really
and
good
look
guy.
At that, just on cue, who comes around the corner but Al Doty. That was perfectly done.
Always a pleasure to see Coach Doty. I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, I got a chance to see him on the sidelines a couple of weeks ago, and that was a treat as well. Off the fourth down in punt formation. Plenty of time to get rid of the football. A low line drive kick. And what an attempt to return the kick by number 20 on the play. And I want to tell you what, Pickett, that is a very, very scary thing. Because when you're going forward, if you don't catch that football, you got nothing but brown jerseys coming at you.
Nice job, open field tackle by number 31, Jacob Lytle. Jacob doing a nice job. A tough low punt, but right on the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saginaw High Trojan. 37.6 ticks to go.
The important thing about that kick is 0 yards on the return.
Get back. Make sure you don't get any white shirts behind you, Jeff. Lots of time for the Saginaw High Trojans with the abilities they have on offense.
The key player defensively right now for Western is going to be Ryan Miller. He is the free safety back. He has got to keep everything in front of him. Martin, the ball carrier, he slides forward for 5. They'll give him 5 all day long at this point. Saginaw High trying to rush back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to take their first time out of the half with 29.3 ticks left in our first half of play. We'll take a break as well and be back in just a moment here on BCTV.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance for his new car. In 1947, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson in 1979. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. There is the Western Warrior Marching Band as they're preparing for the halftime show. But 29.3 seconds of excitement on the field here yet in this first half to be played.
A lot of time left for the Saginaw High Trojans, Jeff.
Western in a semi-prevent. That pass is complete out here on the play for a very short gain to number 10, Sanders. And he picks up maybe a yard. Saginaw High is going to take their second timeout. And I'll tell you what, there is an injured player down in the field that may take the place of the timeout as the Western training staff comes. And we're going to have officials timeout for that injured player. And we're going to take a break because he might be down for a minute. We'll be back momentarily here on BCTV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Our thoughts and prayers are with number 10, Anthony Sanders of Saginaw High and his family. And he will be well taken care of over here when he gets over to the Bay McLaren Hospital.
Here we are back to the action with 21.4 ticks left in the first half. Jeffrey's out of the shotgun. He's got a little bit of time to throw the football. He is flushed out of the pocket. Look at the backside pressure continuing to fight through. And a penalty flag at the end of the play. I'm going to wait and see what they had. I'm waiting because we had 3 different flags on the field. Potentially all maybe seeing the same thing.
Well, a good pursuit by number 54, Jeff, of the Western Warriors. I'm looking down at our roster, and we do not have a number 54. Or is that 64?
It looks like a 54.
It does look like a 54.
We have offsetting dead ball fouls. They're going to offset.
22. 54 is 22. 54 is 22. All right. The golden pen, Kyle Mrozinski. Great pursuit
Kyle looks like one of the leaders on that club as he is really trying to encourage his team. And now,
thank you, Lee.
With the offsetting penalties, going to replay the down with 11.7 ticks left. And the break for Western Warriors is they don't lose any yardage on that play. And that clock ticked down about 10 seconds on that play that you can't get back.
Well, and that injury to Sanders of Saginaw High, Jeff, that took about 15 minutes for that young man to get off the field. But, again, you have to be very, very careful when you have an injury like that. They did a nice job. They took their time to get him off the field. So hats off to the training staff of both teams and the ambulance crew taking care of that young man and making him feel comfortable.
Well, the Western Athletic training crew got out there, and it took them about 0.2 of a second to instantly wave for assistance from the ambulance.
Yep.
So
they knew right away.
And they'll have another ambulance en route to take that place as they're going to take off and go over to McLaren Bay Region. It'll be a 4th down play now. As Jeffrey's back, he's got some pressure on him as he throws that ball deep and over the head of everybody. And it will come back, and it will go over on downs. They must have had double dead ball fouls. Yeah. They did not have to replay the down. So Western's going to get their hands on the ball with 7 seconds left, Mike. And more than likely where they sit right now, they're probably just going to do something very conservative.
Well, they might even just take a knee, Jeff, and go in at halftime, take the long walk back over to the high school, talk about it at halftime. But really overall, when you look at the picture, not a bad first half for the Bay City Western Warriors.
Well, they had 3 turnovers in the first 6 minutes of that first quarter, and they were able to weather every one of those storms. They gave up a big run to Tony Martin, and that is all that the defense has yielded in the first half.
And defensively, I thought they were pretty solid, too, in the first half.
And they'll do exactly that. They'll just take a quick knee. The time will run out at the end of our first half of play. It's Saginaw High 6 and Western nothing. We are going to take a quick break. We'll come back and show you just a little touch of the halftime show from the Western Band right here on BCTV.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome to the 2017-2018 Western Band Senior Show. Our first song showcases the iconic themes of video games, including Pac-Man, Tetris, and our personal favorite, the Nintendo Mii tune, all arranged by Western alum Ben Gilman.
That's what they do at Western. They go to band concerts and football. I feel like watching that video to bring it on. Straight plays, got the top of I'm
song is dedicated to a classic book and movie franchise based a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We hope you enjoy the music of Star Wars. Final song, we'd like to thank all of our friends and family for supporting us in all of our band activities. We'd also like to thank everyone in the marching band for a great 4 years full of memories we will never forget. Thank you to everyone here in the stands for watching all of our halftime performances. And without further ado, the Pokemon theme song.
So they're here.
Take time to introduce ourselves and give special recognition and thanks to our parents. Please hold all applause until all the seniors have been announced. Allison Bador, joined by Mark and Brenda Bador.
There we go.
Kara Bannister, joined by Steve and Teresa Bannister. Alexis Behringer, joined by Michelle Stunt and Gabe Behringer. Joey Brickle, joined by Don and Michelle Brickle. Kara Bergdorf, joined by Jamie and Christopher Bergdorf. Isabella Cook, joined by Rebecca Weiss and Brian Cook. Katie Dowd, joined by Susan and Tony Dowd. Selena Estrada, joined by Jose and Monica Estrada. Cassandra Frieders, joined by Steve and Holly Frieders. Sarah Holman, joined by Max and Lisa Holman. Kayla Hoyt, joined by Kevin and Holly Edsel. Lauren Hutter, joined by Larry and Stacy Hutter. Stephanie Isham, joined by Gary Ann Figgins. Emily Caden, joined by Frank and Nancy Caden. Brandon Claw, joined by Renee Schwartz and Hans Claw. Abby Lewis, joined by Jason and Kathy Lewis. Larissa Madai, joined by Thomas and Laura Madai. Clarissa Martin, joined by Sherry Bollinger and Tony Martin. Lillian Martin, joined by Mary and Matthew Martin. Lauren McFarland, joined by Mike Cisco and Jill McFarland. Danielle Patton, joined by Brenda and Dan Patton. Alexis Pierce, joined by Leanne and Chuck Pierce. Brandon Rabideau, joined by Misty Michelle. Elena Rustiger, joined by Mark and Jennifer Rustiger. Jacob Stein, joined by Mike and Vicky Stein. Jonathan Scanlon, joined by Donna Scanlon. Albert South, joined by Greg and Sherry South. Dalton Stam, joined by Jasmine Stam. Veronica Vandenberg, joined by Tony Vandenberg and Cynthia Burgess. Liz Yeomans, joined by Bridget Wall and Josh Yeomans. Please give a big round of applause for the 2018.
Welcome back to our halftime show. Plum Harris sponsored halftime show. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. And Mike, in the first half, Western's defense was phenomenal.
I thought they did an outstanding job, Jeff, overcoming 3 turnovers on the offensive side of the football. Big stop on 4th down. So I like the way the Western defense played. I thought they played a good first half and put a lot of helmets on the football, got a lot of players to the rock.
Offensively, moved the football very well, have to eliminate the mistakes.
Yeah, you know, the 3 turnovers there in the first quarter hurt them a little bit. It was a big play by Martin for Saginaw High for the touchdown, but overall, I like the way the Western Warriors played. I don't think they have to do a lot of changes here at halftime, Jeff. I thought the blocking was good. I thought the tackling was good. I thought they played very well, and they're in this game at 6-0.
What I really feel the difference in the first half, there were 3 or 4 extremely athletic plays made by Saginaw High. Jeffries, the quarterback, had a couple of balls that were close to sailing over his head, was not only able to tip them back to himself, but then make positive plays. Then you had a tip ball that turned into a tip and a pick at the same time. So they're just a couple of plays ahead of Western, but Western very, very much still in this football game.
Absolutely. They're only down 6-0, Jeff, and going into the second half. I like the way they played. I think you watch that quarterback exchange with Saginaw High. I think one of these times it's going to go over the head of Jeffries, and the Western Warriors are going to jump on that. And I think that's something that you got to talk about at halftime from your coaching staff, those little detailed things.
And I think that Western is throwing the ball just enough to keep the defense honest, so I look for things to happen, but the second half is just about ready to start, and that will put the wraps on our Plum Harris Insurance halftime show, as we'll be back with the second half in just a moment right here on BCTV.
I don't think it'll happen to you. And you surely don't think it'll happen twice. I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. First, it was a fire. My agent was right there and helped me rebuild. Then the tornado hit and destroyed everything again. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Stop by our office at 706 South Euclid or give us a call to see how we can help with your home, life, auto, and business insurance needs. Back here, ready to start our second half of football. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan upstairs on the camera. Nick Page producing and directing. And let's thank Michelle Cooper and the folks over at Village Towing.
Well, I'll tell Jeff, thanks a lot to Michelle and all her great gang out there at Village Towing. And where are they located? They're located at 2377 Huron Road in beautiful Collin, Michigan, 684-9607. You know, we know Michelle for a long, long time. Helps us out with the telethon. Michelle, thank you and your crew and your great company for jumping on board this year. We appreciate it.
Well, and they've got everything from bring out somebody to help change your tire to if you've got a bus or a semi down, they've got something that'll tow it all.
You got it, they tow it.
Here we go with the start of the second half. Here's a line drive kick, and it will be taken by Saginaw High's number 20, Pickett. Pickett going to the wide side of the field, looking for some real estate. He gets to the outside, is just tripped up over the 30-yard line as he'll fall forward to just about the 40-yard line. Brought down by number 44 on the play, Taylor Pop. It looked like he was going to get trapped back around the 28, and he just kind of squirted through a little gap and was able to make a nice return. 1st and 10 Saginaw High at the 40.
Well, he found a nice open lane right there, Jeff. Got outside, and that's you also got to do contain on the special teams, kickoff and punt. When you get out there, you got some real estate. 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
As they'll run twins to both sides again. Hand off to Martin, up the middle, and again, he takes off for the outside, and he is just elusive with a gain of about 16 down to the 44-yard line of the Western Warriors. As the Western defense, this young man does not need much of a seam to bust through.
Trevor Newmeyer, number 7, in on the tackle for the Warriors, Jeff, but you're absolutely right. Tony Martin, he's only a junior. He is very elusive, very quick, and good vision, surveying the field, looking for that big hole in that open real estate.
1st and 10 for Saginaw High. Martin going to get the ball again. He can't make it to the outside as he has stood up. Look at him trying to fight, but Western bringing 4 hats to the football to make certain that he doesn't go very far. The initial hit defensively is going to be number 44, Taylor Pop. He had company, and it looks like we've got a Western Warrior that may have gotten tangled up in the tackle there, and that is number 9 as he looks to get up, Mitchell Myers.
Mitchell's had a nice game tonight. Taylor Pop, Jeff, he's also had a very good football game for the Western Warriors.
It's going to be 2nd down and a long 11-yard to go situation when we return. As the Myers, they're looking at him on the field, and the Western defense are going to come back over and have an opportunity for a minute to see if they can gather their troops again. Good to see Myers. Just looked like he was shook up a little bit and stands up. Say, always when you stand up, let's just take a couple of seconds here and make sure that everything is good. He just kind of looks like he may have taken one to the face or something as he is trying to adjust his jaw and stuff as he might be coming out, and maybe got a little stinger out of that one as well. Just a stinger. It's nothing. Stinger and a cramp.
Stinger, cramp, nothing.
If you've ever had it either.
The only time we get is when we're laying in bed about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Or 10 minutes after you go to bed from a double dip last night. 1st or 2nd down, 11 yards to go for the High. Tony Martin trying to go to the outside. Look at the pursuit defensively. Out there in a hurry is Whitskill along with number 74 on the play, Tyler Sinek, as they do a tremendous job. There's another loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Western's last 2 plays defensively stellar.
Pop, Whitskill, Chonik doing a nice job getting a hat to the football, Jeff. You're right. They lost another yard, 3rd down and 12. But again, didn't let them get outside, brought them back to the flow of the defense.
Where your help is coming from the inside out, certainly. As it'll be 3rd and 12 for Saginaw High again.
Jump.
And we're going to have a penalty flag. We're going to have a false start on the offense, so that's going to push them back into their own side of the 50. So Western will take that free 5 back, making it 3rd down and 17. Now it's imperative that the defense keeps everything in front of them.
Yeah, and the way they've been playing right now, Jeff, this is a big play for them. It is 3rd and long. They got to do a nice job. You got to remember, Martin's very elusive. He's tough to see, and he's got good speed. Do not let that young man get outside.
You've got to have one of your backers shadow him wherever he goes on the field because he is their best big play person. Of course, Jeffries can make it happen too.
He's a good football player also, but I like the way the defense of Western's been playing right now.
Jeffries again out of the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got time to throw the football. He's winging that ball downfield. It's just overthrown. Good defense by the Western Warriors, making sure nothing happened. Now, 4th and 17, probably from midfield. They're going to have to punt the football.
How about linebacker number 41, Brendan Ballinger, hanging with that tight end for the Saginaw High Trojans all the way down the field. Great covered by Ballinger. Going to be 4th and long for the Trojans. Just what Dr. Raw and the Western Warriors wanted, Jeff.
Boy, and I'll tell you, Saginaw High knew what they were running there. They got the matchup that they wanted. The ball was just a little bit overthrown from Jeffries, but great coverage from the Western Warriors. Is ready for play just done. As, what do we got? Officials timeout?
Not quite sure what was going on.
We got timeout Western.
Yep. Do they have enough men on the field?
Well, I think what happened is Miller may have seen a formation out on the field that suggested that they were going to run a pass play, and Western was not set defensively. So I think very alertly by his standpoint, he went over to coach and he motioned like, boy, they had a pass formation wide open and we didn't have coverage for it, coach. So let's be safe here to start the second half. Heads up play.
Well, something they might have saw on the video when the kids were watching Saginaw High over the years so far, Jeff, and Miller with a heads-up play, like you said. He saw something. He didn't like it. He called that timeout. And let's remember that timeout right there here down towards the end of the game. That could be very key right there.
Well, especially if Saginaw High were able to make a first down and a play out of that and continue a drive potentially to get points. Western should get their hands back on the ball somewhere around their own 20-yard line to begin the offense. As that ball is kicked, and we're going to have a running into the kicker. I don't believe we are going to have a roughing the kicker. It should not matter because even at a 15-yard penalty, it will not be a first down, but it'll put them in a 4th and 2 situation if it's roughing. I believe they just have running into the kicker. Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
Wow, I thought it was going to go the other way too, Jeff.
I didn't see anything malicious in that at all. And I would say the coaching staff from Western agrees wholeheartedly.
And I think what they did is they were just running into the blocker for Saginaw High, and they got caught up in it, and they just kind of rolled over on each other and ran into the kicker. So I think I agree with you right there. So.
Boy, that is a huge turnaround in this game. I question the call.
Well, Western defense going to have to step up right here.
Martin on the outside, and they're not giving him an inch, and he runs out of real estate, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Getting over to the ball in a hurry to not give up contain was number 31, Jacob Lytle. Maybe this will inspire that Western D.
Well, you know what? They're playing very well right now, Jeff. You know, you just got to overcome that. You just got to forget about it. It's nothing you're going to do about it, but a nice defensive stand again by the Warriors. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Saginaw High Trojans at the Warrior 36. Notice that running back from Saginaw High, he ran straight to the sideline. He had no place to go, Jeff. They strung that thing out. Absolute perfection by the Western Warrior defense.
And I'm going to tell you, the energy that it takes to come all the way to the sideline full speed and then get hit by 3 people takes a little juice out of you.
Sure does.
Jeffries again back out of the shotgun. He's got a little time. Look at the pressure coming up the middle for Western. And that ball is thrown away to nobody. That's got to be intentional grounding. That has got to be. There is nobody there. He'll take 5 seconds. He'll throw the flag. He will throw the flag.
Yep. No doubt about that.
He waited for confirmation from his line judge. They talked about it. They both agreed. You definitely only threw that ball to avoid the sack. Nobody in the neighborhood to catch it.
And a loss of down, too, for the Western Warriors.
Now, what is the penalty, though? 5 yards from the spot of the throw and a loss of down.
Which was right where the flag was. So they're going to go back 5 yards and a loss of down. Way back. Now that's going to make it
3rd down in a bunch. 3rd down and almost 20 yards to go.
Yep. Good job by the refereeing crew. You know, they talked about it. It was an easy call, but they just went to each other and said, yep, this is what it is. Nice job.
They went through the protocol that you go through to confirm your suspicions.
Yep.
And that's why I said when they got together, wait 5 seconds, you're going to get confirmation.
He threw that thing a long way, too, didn't he? He's got a good arm.
He doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities to toss that hanky. Third down now, 21 yards to go for Saginaw High. Western coming up with some pressure again. They're making Jeffries run. They're going to throw a little screen pass out, and they overthrew that one to Tony Martin as the defense from Western had that play sniffed out.
Tyler Chonick, number 74, the defensive tackle, knew it was going to be a screen. He got up from that defensive line position. He followed the halfback, and he had him all the way. They had no opportunity for that play to go anywhere. Tyler Chonick, you did a great job there, my friend.
Tyler Chonick gets a hats off here from us up in the booth because that's exactly right. You sniff that out, and you go out there and you blow that play up.
He did a great job.
Now, I don't think Western will come with the type of pressure they came with before, as they're coming up the middle, and they force that kick away quick. Western's going to have an opportunity to return the kick. And they're going to the outside, trying to turn around the corner. That is number 16, Ryan Miller, with a nice return up over the 30 to the 35-yard line. So that's about 17 yards on that return for Western, putting them in pretty good field position. Now, offense. All they need to do this time, Gwiz, they need to finish what they've started. They've moved the ball very well. They got to finish.
Great point, Jeff. They do have to finish. They got great field position. Botchgalupo's getting his play from Coach Jeff Rawl. First and 10 for the Warriors at their own 35-yard line. 7:57 to go here in the third quarter. Warriors down 6-0 to the Saginaw High Trojans.
Boy, they've run just effectively enough. Let's see if they can't maybe mix in a little pass with this. As now Western comes right now, and they are covering up the skinny post. As somebody coming through for Saginaw High very, very quickly on that tackle. Number 44, just like he did to start the game. And that is Adkins. Just came through untouched and was disruptive in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Yeah, Devro Adkins, the junior defensive end, Jeff. He's a big drink of water also. Great penetrations, loss of 3 on the play, second down and 13 for the Warriors. Again, tough break right there, but you know what? You got to run it to make it people honor the pass.
Yep, you got to keep them honest. As coming to the near side of the field will be Rivard. Miller to the far side. Let's see what Coach Rao and the coaching staff have got dialed up here on a 2nd and 13. Looks like we got a little motion call on the Western.
Yep. You know, you got to look over here, Jeff. Parker Rivard, number 10, is split out wide to the near side of the field. He's one-on-one, man-to-man. And definite height advantage for Parker over the defensive back from Saginaw High.
Well, Parker's worked really hard in the offseason to make sure that those hands are sure. And you put the ball in his area, and you know there's a great chance he's going to come down with it. But Miller on the other side has made some plays, too.
Yeah,
They've got capable folks out on the wideouts. They just have got to find a way. The defensive line has batted a few away, and a couple of errant passes and a few that have been caught. And now they're going to try and send that thing to cross the middle. A ball tipped again.
Another flag.
As we're going to have another flag down on the play. I'm trying to look downfield and may have had a lineman downfield. We'll find out if, in fact, that's what they've got.
Looks like it will be against the Western Warriors. They're going to talk to the Saginaw High coaching staff if they want to accept this.
I doubt they're going to accept it, and it'll be 3rd down and 17 if they decline it, and it's against Western.
Nate Symington is the head coach for the Saginaw High Trojans.
What happened on that play, I believe, Mike, is you had both wide receivers to the far side of the field, both offset off the line of scrimmage. One of those two had to be on the line of scrimmage, and I think that was just a mistake by one of the wide receivers out there. Now they've got it figured out. As they've got the right formation right now. Let's find out what Botchagalupo can run here. As they just try a little 5-yard hitch. The pass is complete. And that will be for a modest gain on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 14-yard to go situation for Western. So 3 and out is tough. But they're going to have to rely on their defense again.
And the defense has been playing very well. Saginaw High will probably come away with fairly decent field position, Jeff. They're going to let them kick it away. They got some good athletes back there to receive the punt.
Well, and I like the fact that they put two people back, too. They don't allow you to kick that ball away from somebody. There's a high, short kick. Will that hit anybody from Saginaw High? Boy, that hits on the 50-yard line and takes a 4-yard roll over to the Saginaw High side of the 50. But that kick only nets about 26 yards from the spot of the line of scrimmage. So great fielding, starting field position again for the Saginaw High Trojans.
The Western High School defense going to have to step it up again, Jeff. They've been put in some pretty precarious positions tonight, but have done a fantastic job on the defensive side of the football.
Again, that Western defense, they are equal to the task for the entirety of the ball game. And they've got a turnover in this ball game. They've got some big stops. And with 5 minutes and 56 seconds left in the third quarter, it's Saginaw High 6 and Western nothing. Let's see what the Western defense can come up with here on the first down play. Jeffries out of the shotgun. On the keeper, coming to the near side of the field, trying to turn around the corner. He's got a little seam, and he's brought down after a gain of 9 yards. Great pursuit to the football by Bailey Kolka to cut down Jeffries after a 9-yard gain. Boy, Jeffries had the defense that were really looking to see if Martin was going to get that handoff. And he just slid forward and made a nice play.
What a read option right there by the Saginaw High Trojans. Jeff Martin doing a nice job leading the way for Jeffries. Gain of 9 on the play. Before I forget, also want to thank one of our great sponsors from Shirts, Mugs, and More, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV. We certainly appreciate their efforts for us during the season.
A couple of great-looking shirts that we got this week. As Jeffries gets it on second down, he did not get back past the line of scrimmage as he got right back there. Look at the Western players swarming to the football. I see number 44 getting out of that pile, Tyler Pop, as well as number 73 up out of that pile, Wade Witzkel, who's been in on a lot of plays tonight.
Man, I'll tell you what, the Warriors are flying around. Jeff Cal Mrzinski was also in there, putting the hat in there. You know, I like the way this defense plays. They're getting after it. Love it.
Mrzinski is the energy on that defense.
Yeah.
You can just tell by the way he acts and moves around there that he is somebody very special, and he's trying to work hard on the energy for that defense.
They're pretty solid up on that defense. I like them.
Big third down play. You got Jeffries up under center for one of the rarefied times, and he does a quarterback sneak, and he's going to pick up almost 4 yards on the play. It's going to be enough to move the sticks. They'll officially give him 5. It'll be 1st and 10 Saginaw High. Boy, just off a little cave block by the left guard. He got that thing and just kind of tilted the nose guard in, and Jeffries just kind of rode his hip and picked up 5.
Oh, that was just all offensive line push right there for the Saginaw High Trojans, Jeff, and there was a big first down for Saginaw High right at the Western 40-yard line. Where is the third quarter going? We're under 4 minutes at 3:57 and counting.
Jeffries again out of the shotgun. Martin, again, there's a high snap. Martin is going to pick up yardage up the middle. He's got about 11 yards again as he's hit down by Mrzinski again, along with good to see back in the ball game, Mitchell Myers, number 9.
Got a hurt player going off the field right now for Saginaw High, number 57, Cameron Culberson, the offensive lineman for Saginaw High. They'll replace him. I think he's got a cramp, Jeff, the way he's walking. You're going to straighten that out, just kind of loosen it up a little bit, give him some water, and he'll be back in the ball game.
Boy, if that's like the ones I got last night, it took about 45 minutes to walk those things up and get him to calm down.
There's one thing, the difference between him and you is about 40 years.
Yeah, and a few pounds. It'll be a big play here on 1st and 10 for Saginaw High. And now we are going to have an official stoppage of play. The band can't be playing during the play.
Right.
As soon as the ball is snapped, they got to be done playing. I thought maybe he was heading to the porta potty or something the way he was taking off there, but nope. All right, now we're going to be able to play ball again.
I thought he was going for one of those great Western Warrior bags of popcorn.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, the folks here at Western have taken great care of us today. Mike Thayer and the group out here are a special lot. They're trying to get around the end. That ball carrier, number 27, making people miss, picking up the first down and more. And that's Burton as he turned the corner, made a couple of people miss, and then just put the shoulder down, picked up the little 3 or 4 extra at the end.
Demarion Burton, the senior running back, Jeff, giving Martin a little bit of a blow right there. I think he came from that wing position, got in motion, came from the wing, went to the wide side of the field. But 1st and 10 for the Saginaw High Trojans, 2:49 to go in the third quarter, right at the 15-yard line. They're tough to bring down.
Huge series for the Western defense right now.
Yeah, it is. They've been on the field a long, long time right now, Jeff.
Again, out of the shotgun is Jeffries for the Saginaw High Trojans. 1st and 10, 15-yard line. They give that ball to Martin up the middle. And he's able to bang forward for about 5 yards. Again, Jeffries with a very athletic play on a high snap. He's able to tip it down to himself and in the rhythm of the play make it happen.
And it does, you hit it right on the head, Jeff. It doesn't upset the rhythm of the play. The timing is still perfect. But again, like I said in the halftime show, I think one of these times that's going to go a little bit high. And for the Western Warriors right now, they'd like to see one of those go over his head right now.
Well, and that thing will travel 20 yards too.
It's hot when it's coming off the center.
It's a hot tater.
Well, yeah, it is.
2nd down, 6 yards to go, Saginaw High. They're in the red zone of the Western Warriors. $1:44 and counting left in the third. Another high snap. Just sliding forward is Jeffries. He pulls forward down to about the 7-yard line, where he is going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 yard to go situation. Again, another high snap, and he's athletically able to bring it down.
Well, another injured player for the Saginaw High Trojans, Jeff. They're going to stop the play right here. They're going to substitute that young man. And I don't know who that is. Looks like number 70, and that's Torian West Jr. He's going to come off the field. And again, I think he's a little tuckered out and got a cramp.
I think he's walking like he might have a little right side cramp as well as he's grabbing that hammy. And I'm familiar with the technique on that. Now, what you got to watch with Jeffries here on this 3rd and 2 is watch the quarterback sneak. You got to be careful as he's up under center, and that's exactly what he does. And he gets over the left guard again. He's sniffing the end zone. He's down at the 1 yard line. Western has got to slant to that play when he's there, because every time he's run it between the center and the left guard.
And he's a strong young man, Jeff, and hard to bring down. He's built like a fullback playing quarterback.
And now with 46 ticks left in the third, it'll be 1st and goal from just outside the 1 yard line for those Saginaw High Trojans as they're trying to build on this 6-0 lead. If this is a running play, this will be the last play of the third quarter. Martin again trying to run that play again. He's down sniffing the goal line. He is going to be stopped just short. There's no indication yet. And if he hasn't been given the touchdown, he won't be, because he's pushed back to the 4 yard line.
Yeah, they're not going to give it to him, Jeff. Oh, now they're going to give it to him. Yep. The head linesman came all the way in and finally raised his hands for the touchdown.
Wow. That's interesting. Looked like he got pushed back. Maybe somebody else got pushed back at his pile. Maybe they walked all the way down there and saw that he was in the end zone. Looked to me like that progress had been stopped and that he was pushed back. And it took them a long time to come in and make that call. But they signaled touchdown, and that's all that matters. It's 12-0, pending the try for the 2-point conversion. As Jeffries comes up to the line of scrimmage with an eye backfield formation, I'd say Martin is going to get his hands on this. Martin trying to cut to the outside. He gets to the goal line, and what are they going to say?
Got it.
And they're going to walk in and give him the 2-point conversion as well. Time out of the field with 26.3 ticks left in the third. It's 14-0, Saginaw High over Western. Back in a minute here on BCTV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here on BCTV, looking at this jam-packed cornfield tonight, Mike, has a great support for this Western team. They're only down 14-0 with a smidge left in the third quarter, with an opportunity to make things happen. On the kick return, up over the 30 to about the 36-yard line. Bellinger with that return. And so officially out to the 36-yard line with 18.9 ticks left in the third. It's time for the Western offense to get after.
Yeah, Brendan Ballinger's had a nice game tonight for Bay City Western, Jeff. 18.9 to go. You're right. They've done some nice things tonight, Jeff. They just have not put a consistent drive together all night for the Western Warrior offense.
We'll see what they're able to do here on offense. Again, they've got Miller and Rivard to the near side of the field. Bacigalupo back with time to throw the football. He's going to throw that thing down the middle, and Parker Rivard runs into the defender as number 25 very well defensed. And that is Bryant. Got there just as soon as Parker was reaching out to catch that football. Nice defensive play. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go. I like the fact they're trying to make it happen downfield.
Well, he was surveying the field, Jeff. He looked over here into the flats right in front of the near sideline, and then he saw Parker just open for a skosh. Threw the ball right there. Good defense by the Saginaw High Trojans, 2nd and 10 Western.
Again, if that slot person takes off to the inside, you've got man on a little deep post action, and they're going to throw that ball downfield, and that is underthrown, and they're going to say that ball is picked off, as it looked like Bacigalupo might have been throwing that ball to a spot on the field, and no Western Warrior was there, as they were both looking like they were running fly routes.
Just another good job defensively by number 20, Amir Pickett. Jeff, you look at Amir, freshman up here on the varsity playing football, doing a nice job. He's had a good game tonight for Saginaw High.
As the Western Warrior defense, again, as you said, Mike, they've spent the majority of this third quarter on the field, and with 7 ticks left, probably only going to have to make one more defensive play before they'll get a little blow and have to really pin it back for the start of the fourth quarter. Jeffries, the quarterback again, for Saginaw High out of the shotgun. They give that ball to Martin with absolutely nowhere to go. Look at the Western Warriors swarm to the football, and that'll be the end of our third quarter of play. It's Saginaw High 14, Western nothing. Back for the final 12 right after this on BCTV.
Where did this rash come from? Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs. Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Back here, ready to roll with a final 12 minutes of varsity action here. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you on BCTV, serving the Bay community. Saginaw High in motion to the near side of the field. Jeffries on the quarterback keeper trying to get around the corner. He makes a couple of people miss. Cuts back across the grain. He's got a big wall of blockers. He's over midfield, down inside the 45, down to the 40-yard line. That was a tremendous effort, but I'll guarantee you Jeffries won't be running the next play because he just ran about 75 yards to get 13.
Yeah, he did a lot of east and west instead of going north and south, but again, great vision, great cutback, nice tackle. Mitchell Myers came a long way to help on that tackle, Jeff, but not before the High picked up a first down.
Boy, I'll tell you, the High has just been efficient enough offensively tonight to continue to move the sticks and keep the clock running.
Yeah, and you know what? The offensive line, we haven't talked about them for the High tonight, Jeff. They have done a nice job blocking for their running backs.
Jeffries is going to try and hand that ball off around the outside. There's a push in the back, very, very obvious, and the head linesman was all over that. They'll take that 10 yards.
I even saw that one up here, my friend.
And when that happens, people go, how could he miss that? There's a lot happening when that ball is coming into your area on that side of the field. But when you've got nobody but space in front of you, that's a pretty easy call for the head linesman to make.
Yeah, and that was a cutback, and he was coming right at the head linesman over on the far side of the field, Jeff. And we're quite a ways away from it. We saw it all the way up here, but that's going to move Saginaw High back, all the way back right at the 50-yard line.
That's another big break for the Western defense. They've got to capitalize.
First down and 20 for the Saginaw High Trojans.
I feel a turnover coming here, Mike.
Yeah, you know what? That would be nice right now. I think Western has worked very hard to and get a turnover and get something going into the end zone. High snap. Nope, not this time.
This one will be a little tough.
Not this time.
Jeffries up under center. They're going to hand that ball off to Martin. He follows his lead blocker for about 3 yards on the play before he is smothered by the Western defense. Again, making plays coming up out of the bottom of that stack. Looks like number 12 on the play, Bailey Kolka, as he's played very well today. It'll be second down and 17 yards to go for the Saginaw High Trojans.
And also in on the tackle, number 88, the senior Rayford Ralph. Jeff for the Bay City Western Warriors from his defensive end position. Gain of 3 on the play. Second and 17 for Saginaw High. Very familiar colors, Jeff. We've been watching a lot of Valley. Saginaw High in that black and gold.
And they indeed. They're taking their time offensively. Back judge has already got his arm up in the air. He's now going to start that 5-second count. Saginaw High is very aware of that clock, and they are going to kick. The ball is fumbled. There's the break that the Western Warriors need, and they are going to have their hands on the football. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Western Warriors.
Good call, my friend. Good call. Western just needed a little energy right there. Got the turnover. Getting good field position. You called it.
Let's break this down. Jeffries waiting until the last second to snap that ball. We did not have good communication between the center and quarterback. Had to rush it with 1 second left. He was pulling out before he got the ball.
And what percentage of snaps has he taken in the shotgun tonight compared to what he's taken under center?
Half a dozen.
There you go. He's 98% taking the shotgun. The last 2 he's been.
We've turned analytical.
Center. Yes, we have.
1st and 10 Western. Time to make something happen. As they slide forward on the quarterback keeper, that is Bailey Kolka. He picks up a couple of yards. And it is time right now for that Western offense to find the Jets and turn it on to see what they can do about making some plays downfield. They've still got 9-14, an eternity of football to get 2 scores. But you got to get the first one before you can get the second one.
Yeah, new quarterback, Jeff, for the Bay City Western Warriors, number 12, Bailey Kolka. Good gain on the play. 2nd down and 8 for Western at their own 46-yard line.
Kolka has split backs in the backfield right now. Wide receiver split to both sides. He's got max protection. That ball is out here for Miller. Miller slides forward for a gain on the play of about 3 yards after that catch. He was trying to spin to the outside. Very good defense, though, by number 25, Bryant. As it'll be 3rd down and 5. Almost certain we're in 4th down territory,
no
though,
doubt
Mike.
about it, Jeff. If they don't get it here on 3rd down, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down. 8:25 and counting to go in the ball game. Saginaw High 14 and the Bay City Western Warriors 0.
This is certainly a spot in the ball game where something big has got to happen, and I am going to
I couldn't find mine.
Pull it out in time to say this is a key play in the ball game. With time to throw the football, not getting rid of it in time. Really nobody to throw the football again to, as the Saginaw High defense comes up in the form of number 60, Nathaniel Winston. And when you pump fake and there's really not much there, you know the team speed defensively from Saginaw High is coming. It's tough because you want to make a play, but you ammost think in hindsight you get rid of that ball and you try and make something happen on 4th down.
Great coverage by the Saginaw High defensive backs, number 20, Amir Pickett. Again, that freshman doing a fantastic job tonight. He's had a good game for Saginaw High.
as Western will end up having to punt the football away. What a great Western bounce. Let it go as it rolls down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's what Western needed. Boy, that kick ends up being about 50 yards, so that's exactly what they needed to pin Saginaw High back with 7:08 left in the fourth quarter. The defense has got to come up with something special again.
Well, Brandon Ballinger did a nice job punting it right there, Jeff. Another key thing looking at the scoreboard, Western Warriors have 2 timeouts left. Saginaw High has 3. That's going to come into play down the stretch here. 14-0 High over the Warriors.
Yep, Western had to use that timeout on the punt formation earlier in the third quarter. We speculate they saw a formation which showed they could have gone for a fake. But again, Mike, very, very impressed with the home crowd here tonight and a great show of support from the fans out here at Western.
Been a great, great crowd, Jeff, and they're lined up all the way down the whole football field.
Again, Jeffries up under center with a single back being Martin. Martin tries to bang through, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, up over the 10 to about the 12-yard line. So maybe they'll only give him 3 on the play. It will be second down right now and 7 yards to go, as it's about time for Western to come up with yet another play defensively that's going to give them the opportunity to flip this field, get great field position, and try and get into that end zone. Jeffries again is going to look back. He's taking his time. Our back judge hasn't even gone up with a 10-second yet. As soon as he goes to 5, Jeffries is going to be up under center. He is not going to wait. He's going to wait again. He's going to wait until there's 1 second left. He has got courage. As that handoff again goes to Martin, and he takes a pounding for another 3.5-yard gain. He's out to about the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 situation. This has got to be the play of the game for the defense.
Dell Michaels Jeffrey is a senior, Jeff, and you can tell a senior leadership type of player like that, looking at the back judge, knowing exactly when to snap the football. It's not this young man's first rodeo. He knows what's going on out there, and he's leading this team at the right time.
Very impressed to see a kid with that much moxie and smarts on the field. And again, he's doing the same thing. He's waiting out for 5, 4. He gets under center at 3. They snap at 2. And there is the ball carrier on the way, and up to about the 20-yard line is Martin, and he is going to have just enough for a first down. And Mike, that one's a tough one because now they're going to run 3 more plays and probably take 2.5 minutes off the clock.
And on the tackle for the Warriors, the sophomore, Jeff, number 44, Taylor Pop. He's had a nice football game tonight for the Western Warriors from that linebacker position. But again, like you just said, big first down, stops the clock momentarily, but they're winded up. 5:18 to go here in the ball game.
And I know there's some talent coming up. I was able to do the freshman JV doubleheader with Traverse City coming to town, and Western won both of those games fairly handily. So, you know, the cupboard's not bare here at Western, as they've got some of the young people playing, and like Pop on that varsity as sophomores. But the ball carrier for Saginaw High, again, they're picking up 3 and 4 yards a carry, Mike, and they are moving the sticks, and they're keeping the clock running.
And on the tackle for Western, number 12, Bailey Kolka. He's a senior, 445 and counting. And again, watch Delmichael Jeffries, the quarterback. He's going to wait, going to look at the back judge, and he's going to make the decision when he snap the football, when he starts doing that 5-second chop. I'm learning from you, brother.
I'm going to tell you, Coach, you just continue to impress. As Martin tries to get to the outside, he's tackled very quickly on the play by number 12, Bailey Kolka again. As there'll be a modest gain on the play of a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down. Now Western is going to use a timeout with 4 and 14 left. And they'll have 1 left. We'll take a quick break and be back after this on BCTV.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire. But my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. We've got 25 employees who depended on it. And that's all that mattered to me. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. Incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency. Back on BCTV as Western uses their second timeout. Using that timeout, you got to tell your defense, we have got to sell out on the run here. We have got to make a stop on third down. If they go play action and are able to come up with a big play, then you got to tip their cap. But you've got to be able to stop the run here on third down.
You know, and if you got an opportunity to strip it, go after it, get that thing burped up and jump on it, Jeff. This is a big third down play right here for a Western defense that has really played good football tonight.
Up to the line of scrimmage comes Jeffries. Single back as Jeffries is going to be up under center. He doesn't need to wait for that to come right now. They fake it on the quarterback keeper. He comes around. He's very close to the first down marker, and they're going to give him the first.
He didn't make it by much, but he made it by just enough. Probably the length of the football or two. But a fake pitch here to the near side, Jeff. Jeffries tucked it under, got the first down. That is absolutely huge for the Saginaw High Trojans.
Boy, that one's a backbreaker for Western. They have got to stand up somebody now, and they have got to try and strip the football.
They got to get that thing on the ground, Jeff. And the way the Saginaw High players run and hang on to it, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, if you're Saginaw High, you got 4 arms on the football now. You don't have to worry about making big plays. You just cannot burp it up. 1st and 10. Again, I'm a little shocked they're out of the shotgun as Martin comes to this near side of the field, and he is dragged down again. Another great play by 44, Taylor Pop.
Well, he's
just had a tremendous game.
He's a good football player, Jeff, and he's only a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, number 44. He's got a couple more years under his belt, getting a little taste of varsity level at the Saginaw Valley, but nice game. Merzinski's had a nice game tonight. Kolka's had a nice game. So there's some very, very good football players on this team for Bay City Western.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. Jeffries again is waiting for that chop. It's down to 2 seconds. Another high snap. They give that ball to Martin. He's looking for real estate. He finds running room, and he picks up another first down with 2:50 left in the ball game.
And on the tackle for the Warriors, number 12, that is Bailey Kolka, another one of the young men that have a nice football game tonight. And, you know, when Martin, it looks like he's going to go outside, but Jeffrey's got great vision. He cuts back inside. And, man, when he can run it outside, he's got good power between the tackles.
I'll tell you what's going on with the Western defense right now. Pooped is what the word is.
They're a little bit tuckered out. They've played a lot of football tonight. They've been on the field here in the second half a lot.
As the clock winding down right now, just under 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. 14-0, Saginaw High over Western. Jeffries with another chin-high snap. He gives that ball on the outside to Martin, and a great job defensively by the Western Warriors flowing to the football, and that is number 16, Ryan Miller. Loss on the play of about 3. I got to believe after this play, Western is going to probably try and use their last time out.
Yeah, and Ryan's had a nice football game tonight. Jeff coming off the field for the Warriors is the junior defensive tackle, Gavin Nagy.
He's a big drink of water.
He's a big fella.
And
looks like he rolled his ankle a little bit.
Yep, I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he looks okay.
As again, waiting for the chop, down to 2 seconds. Going to snap that ball with 1 second left. Martin, the ball carrier, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Western's going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And we'll take a break and be back after this on BCTV.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Cubs.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan upstairs on the camera. Nick Page producing and directing. And how about our friends over at the Toe?
Oh, Village. Let's wait through this play, Jeff.
Boy.
And then I'll let you.
I don't know if I can wait, but that'll be good
the
stuff.
Anticipation's killing you. I know it is.
There's the snap, and they give the ball to Martin. Nope, it's Jeffries on the quarterback keeper trying to turn around the corner. He has got the first down and more. He's down to the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Saginaw High. Is there a flag on the play? Yes, at the 45 there is. And it's a penalty against Saginaw High. Will be accepted by Western, and it gives them at least a little breath of hope. Let's talk about Village Towing.
Yeah, Jeff, let's thank our friends at Village Towing, another fine sponsor that jumped on board this week. Village Towing, 2377 Huron Road. Give them a call, 684-9607. Another fine sponsor. Boy, I'll tell you what, we have got another good group of sponsors for this year, Jeff.
Well, and you think of them as a tow company, but they're auto repair as well.
Auto repair. They change your oil. They'll haul everything from your Mini Cooper to your school bus and everything in between. And we appreciate them jumping on board for Bay County TV and high school sports.
Out there on Huron Road in the suburbs of Cuckolin.
Yeah. Also want to thank Shirts, Mugs, and More, Jeff, the official apparel provider for Bay County TV. They do a nice job. And that logo that we have, really, when they put it on a shirt, it really pops.
It really jumps out. 3rd down. 9 yards to go. Saginaw High. Jeffries in the shotgun. This is the one you want to see sail over his head, but it did not. And Martin is the ball carrier, and we are going to be back to near the original line of scrimmage, but now's when you got to stop the scrum because they're not going to start that ready for play until they get everything settled out on the field. It will be 4th down for Saginaw High as we're down to $1:05 left in the game. Our referees got to start that ready for play. Thank you. 1 minute left, so they're not going to have to use that kick. And I got to believe if you're Saginaw High, you take a delay right here.
I take the 5-yard delay a game, Jeff, and let that clock run down as far as you can. Take the penalty, kick it away, and we'll see what happens.
And they're rounding it up right now. They are in no hurry as they're dancing out on the field right now. I don't know that I would be a big fan of somebody dancing before there's all zeros on the clock.
Well, number 7 was the player for Nevin Symington. His dad says, you know what, I'm going to call a timeout. And they got a timeout, stopped the clock with 34 and a hook left to go here in the football game,
No,
Jeff.
they took the delay.
Oh, did they take the delay?
Yep.
I thought they called the timeout. I didn't see the flag.
The flag came from the back judge.
I didn't see it.
Yep.
I got this.
Oh, yeah, you got a little postage in front of you here.
I would have had to strain my. Oh, there he is. That's why I didn't see him. He's all the way down the field.
He's hidden.
Gotcha.
34.5 ticks left in the game. All Saginaw High's got to do is get this kick off. Western coming, and they block it. That is the last glimmer that they need of hope. They're going to run a touchdown on this play, get an onside kick, bring it downfield, score, and tie the game here in the last momente.
Well, they're going to come away with good field position, Jeff. It's going to be right at about the 35-yard line. We'll call it the 34. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 29.8 ticks to go in the football game.
Boy, and I'll tell you right now, now's the time where you got to look to your offense and you got to say, you know what? I've got speed on one side and I've got 6'7" on the other side. Do I go with speed? Do I go with size? I've got two options. You put them on opposite sides of the field, or you run them in different spots on the same side of the field. As that's what they're going to run. As they are going to run twins to both sides of the field, try and stretch this defense out, and we'll find out where that safety's got to pick and choose where he's going to go. Somebody's going to have man coverage on a deep fly or a post. As Western very late getting somebody out on the field, they still have 10 seconds left.
Sure, they're okay.
Let's see who's out on the field. Is that Bachkalupo at quarterback?
Yep.
It is. He's going to throw that ball downfield, and the ball is caught. Trying to break a tackle. Clock will stop with 22 seconds left in the ball game.
They got to hurry up and get up to the line of scrimmage.
As that goes to number 16, Ryan Miller. You can down this ball as long as you're under center. You cannot down the ball from the shotgun. Bachkalupo up under center. He'll wait for the ready for play from the ref. Take it, and snap it down. As he does that with 17.3 ticks left, now you got an opportunity to get into the end zone and go for a conversion and an onside kick.
Nice job by Botchgalupo throwing the football, Jeff. Good job by the receiver coming back to the football. Wheeling and dealing and getting down to the 6-yard line for the Western Warriors.
This would be huge for Western to be able to get into the end zone. They've hit pay dirt once on the season. That was a pass to Parker Rivard. And let's see if they can duplicate that here in the last 17.3 ticks of the ball game, keeping their chances of survival alive. And Miller is there, and they've got to hurry up and get back to the line of scrimmage. They're out of timeouts. You cannot take your time moving. You got to get back to the line of scrimmage in a big hurry. 8 seconds left. They'll line up. It looks like they're going to be able to get one more play off as they down that ball with 2.4 seconds left. It'll be 4th down and goal right now from about the 3-yard line. So Western has no chance to win this football game, but they still have a chance to put it in the end zone.
Put it in the end zone, end this game on a positive, Jeff. And Botchgalupo doing a nice job here back in the game for the Western Warriors.
Well, they've got an opportunity here on 4th down from the 3-yard line to certainly make something happen. And this ball has to be thrown in the end zone. You cannot throw this short of the goal line. As here is the final play. The ball is down on the ground. We're going to have a penalty flag down. And what do we have? False start on the offense?
I think so.
And that's what we've got, a false start on the offense. You know what that does, though? It just gives the offense a little bit more room to work with.
Yeah, it does. It moves them back 5 yards, so it's going to move it back to about the 7-yard line. Parker Rivard split out wide right for the Warriors on the far side of the field, along with Logan LaCourse.
Yep, Miller to the near side of the field. They're going to throw that ball deep to Parker Rivard. He jumps up in the air, and the ball is perfectly played by the defense and tipped away, and that's all there is.
There isn't anymore.
The final score in our ball game, the Saginaw High Trojans 14 and the Western Warriors nothing. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with our post-game show right after this on BCTV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. Back here on the post-game show on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. The Western Warriors picked up a moral victory tonight. They fell 14-0 short, but played by far their best football game of the year.
Yeah, Jeff, I really think that this was their best game. Even though they lost the game, they did some nice things on offense. They overcame those 3 turnovers in the first quarter. The defense was stellar, but you hit the nail right on top of the head. The defense was on the field a lot in the second half, and they just got plumb tuckered out there in the second half.
When you look at this ball game, I really look at those 3 turnovers in the first quarter being the difference in the football game, because without those 3 turnovers, Western was moving the ball with great efficiency.
Well, and they really did move the ball, Jeff, and then those 3 turnovers, they just take a lot of wind out of your sail, and it's hard to come back from those. Defensively, I thought they did a nice job. They kept the speed of the Saginaw High inside the tackles, and they flowed to the ball really well. So I thought overall it was a pretty good performance for the Western Warriors.
Well, the other play of the game is defensive pressure from Saginaw High. Tips a ball right up in the air to himself, so he gets the tip and the pick on the same play. Very athletic Saginaw High team, but boy, Western is going to look back at this ball game and realize they had some big opportunities.
They certainly did, Jeff. They had a lot of opportunities. They played very well. And you're right. They had one in the end zone that was picked off. That great play by the young man from Saginaw High. He tipped it, caught it, so good athleticism. But there's a lot of positives that I saw in the Western Warriors tonight. I like the way they play defense. And, to have a winning team, you got to start with a good defense, and they've got it.
Well, they created a couple of turnovers tonight as well, which was to their benefit. But the other difference in the ballgame is the Western defense spent the majority of the second half on the field.
Yeah, they just got tuckered out, Jeff. They were on the football field a lot. It was very hot. It was very humid. Even at this time of the game, the game's over. It's still pretty sticky out here at the cornfield. But, I take my hat off to those kids. There's no quitting these Western Warriors. They did a nice job, and, they're going to get one soon. They didn't win this one, but I think they're going to get one very soon.
Very well conditioned. No cramping issues or anything tonight. They played very, very well. They played hard. They played from the first whistle to the last whistle, and that's the first thing as a coach that you have to expect from a football team.
And they did that. They played the whole game. They never had any quit in them, right down to the very last play when they were trying to get in the end zone. So I take my hat off to those kids from Western Warriors. Keep working, fellas, and I think you're going to be okay.
Boy, Coach, I'll tell you hit it right on the head again. I'm going to say the same thing in a little different way. You really, really took a huge step forward for this season in this game tonight. You realize that you can play with a very athletic football team. Take this back to practice this week. Another great couple of practices from this week, and you'll turn the corner.
Yeah, and they did a lot of nice things. They're going to see a lot of the good things that happened on this both sides of the football team, and special teams I thought played very well, Jeff. It's just they got to put it all together. And when they put it all together, they're going to be a very good football team. You've got some young kids getting some serious moments for the Bay City Western Warriors. You got a sophomore quarterback, a sophomore linebacker. Got some juniors out there playing a lot of minutes. So, this was a good step and a positive step in the right direction.
I'd like to thank Michelle Cooper tonight, the folks at Village Towing, for stepping on board for the broadcast as well. They do it all there, from fixing your car to towing your car. If you got a semi, they've got people that can make it all happen. So thank you, Village Towing, for jumping on board.
Yeah, we thank them. And again, we'll thank Shirts, Mugs, and More for these beautiful shirts. And we're going to turn Jeff around. And there you go, right there. Shirts, Mugs, and More. Custom screen printing, custom embroidery right there on the corner of Sharman and Center in beautiful Essexville, Michigan. So Jeff and the gang over at Shirts, Mugs, and More, thank you so much.
Well, Coach, it was a pleasure being by your side. Again, nice to have Lee Thompson for MM Live and the Bay City Times behind us. Jared and Natalie Doan upstairs doing another great job on the camera. Nick Page producing and directing it all.
We got a big one next week. Yeah, we got a great family. We got a big one next week. We're going to head up to a little north of here.
Oh, the northern part of Bay County.
We're going to head up to Pinconning, and we're going to do the first game from Pinconning Field. And an opponent that I'm used to seeing quite a bit in my high school days, the Ovid Elsie Marauders will be coming to Pinconning for a Tri-Valley League contest. And, Jeff, I'll tell you what, having played against those young men, they always, they will bring a very good group of kids up there.
Well, Coach Levasseur got his first win last week. They're looking to build on that, and we'll have a lot of fun up to Pinconning as we always do. But that about puts the wraps on tonight's show. Another great stepping stone for Western. Didn't get a W, but they're heading in the right direction.
A lot of good positive things for the Western Warriors, Jeff.
Have a great night. We'll look forward to talking with you soon.
We'll see you next week.